So for VBS, first of all, before we went to VBS the first day, we wanted obviously a lot of kids to come to VBS, so we went down to schools and some other people went up just around some more little popular places, and we just told people about VBS, and it was really fun, and it was really surprising how much people thought that we were heroes and everything. Yeah, I think I gave about at least 50 autographs. So. Yeah, so it was pretty cool. Just autographs and emails and this and that. Yeah.
So our first day of VBS was great. We had a lot of kids. We had 130 kids show up the first day. And before that, the schools I was there, they came up and all greeted us, and my mom started crying. My mom said, in case you didn't know. We had a lot of translation problems, but we had translators, so it was okay. But we all managed to get through the week by just showing smiles and different expressions, and we knew how they feel and everything like that. Playing games before VBS was such as soccer, skipping, or just playing tag was always fun to do before and after VBS. The drama presentations were great because watching the little children go up and act and all was so cute because the girls and guys never wanted to be married, but always were.
The also really cool thing about the VBS was the first day, it's every child just kind of had that one, how do you say that, one person I went to prove, one person in the group, and yeah, they just hang on to them for ever, so it was their best friend for life, so it was pretty cool. The songs were very entertaining, even though half of the time we didn't know what they were saying, and it kind of got easier over the week because we kind of figured out with the actions and all that. We having tons of crafts over the week, having the kids, and just creating little gifts to give back to their family, and all the smiles on their faces. And at the end of the week, we had about 180 kids in a small church singing and praising God. And it was just amazing to see how much people over there still have so much joy and praise for God, even though they live in such harsh conditions.
All right, thank you guys.
So I'm starting us off. And what I'm going to be saying is what we did all the days. The first 2 days, what we did was basically just lay all cement, and we filled in some gaps and brought sand up the hill. It's a really steep hill. Then we got dropped in, get a wheelbarrow. And then what we did on the third day was set up the frames, and we had a drill bit. And nobody was tall enough but John. So he had gotten the drill, went to the top, and started drilling. And then as soon as he started drilling, about the third hole, he broke the drill bit. And it was our only drill bit. So we had to stop for about 15 minutes when they went down to the store and got a new one. And so for the 5th day, I think it was, not the 4th, we put up the frames, if there's a picture of that. Because I'm not going to. Not the frames, the boards. The panels, whatever. Okay, now it's.
So yeah, it was great to start this project basically, and got to see it almost completely finished. There were just a few doors and a few more panels to put in, and then it would have been ready for use. So it'll be great to go back in a few more years and just see it actually in use and completed, and we can say that we did that. So it was great.
All right, the house visits, Justin Liu and Kyle Vanderbilt.
Okay, so every day we went and we visited some houses, and it's kind of sad how when we went there, I noticed that the the houses were just as big as my room, so it's kind of sad, but it's cool how they're so happy and content with what they did. And in one house that I visited, the lady told us this story about how her brother was in some club and he lost his passport and all his papers, and drug dealers got a hold of it and they did some illegal stuff with it. So he got arrested and he was put in jail for 15 years. No, 10 years. And then the lady's mom appealed to the court and they didn't like it, so they put it up to 25 years. And so they weren't still happy with that, so they appealed one more time, but they put it down to 15 years. So it's kind of sad hearing their stories.
Yeah, just like what Kyle said, some people really have it rough there. Like one lady was telling us about how their daughter went to Hungary to go work, and she got married there, but they didn't. She didn't get married, but she had a child with her fiance, but they didn't want to get married because her fiance was a pretty violent guy and they got angry. So after they had the baby, the so-called husband just ran off with the baby and wanted to kick her out of the country because he didn't really care about getting married. He only wanted the child. So the lady was sad because her daughter's stuck in Hungary trying to get her baby back, and the husband doesn't want to give it up. So it just makes me feel kind of sad how tough it is for the people.
Every one of the kids after the house visits came back with